Big Scary back again with another great show. Make sure you smash that like button and that subscribe button so you'll be notified when another amazing episode drops. So we got a lot of action coming up. We got the big the trilogy fight, the big Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier 3. It's 1-1. They both got knockouts. That's coming up this weekend. We got NBA playoffs, the finals finally getting started. It's been a topsy-turvy. It's been a wild playoff so far with most of the biggest stars at least being on the shelf for some time. What else? We got the Major League All-Star game, big announcements with that. What else? We got the Stanley Cup. We got so much action. So first let's go with the Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, the big trilogy. So the first fight, 2014, Conor McGregor had a lot of hoopla behind him. Dustin Poirier was a legit guy, but there was just a lot more hoopla behind Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor came out and just completely dominated him. First round knockout. It was very impressive. So then that brings us to 6 years later, where the rematch. This time, Conor McGregor hasn't I think maybe one win in the last 4 years. Dustin Poirier, the top guys in the division, and this time things are completely different. I would give the first round to Conor McGregor, but you could tell it wasn't going to be the same fight because Poirier ate some of McGregor's shots that initially had hurt him, and then he started landing that calf kick. So then by the second round, he was able to drop him and finish him out. So that was a nice win by Poirier. That brings us to the third fight. What is going to happen? Is Poirier going to be able to? I mean, that was only 6 months ago. Does he have the code to McGregor, or McGregor, is he going to be able to turn back the clock? I like how Poirier implemented the calf kick. I mean, it's a very impressive strike. It's an effective strike. You think of it. I mean, what doesn't seem like it's that earth-shattering, that like it's rocket science, but guys weren't really throwing it. They were throwing thigh kicks, quad kicks above the knee, and those are effective. But just what you've seen, I mean, the calf is a smaller muscle. It's when guys are able to use it effectively, it just completely like kills the leg. Michael Chandler in Bellator had his leg just completely go limp. It looked broken, and it just completely went dead. But that was the beginning of the end for Conor McGregor when Poirier started landing those strikes. So, Conor McGregor is definitely going to make some changes and come back better. But due to his stance, the way he has a very wide stance, a lot of weight on the front leg, I don't know that he can change that stance. And that stance is very susceptible to calf kicks. So I feel like Poirier's going to come out again and try to do the same thing. Now, I mean, is McGregor going to have an answer for that? Maybe he'll try. I just can't imagine what he'd have to completely change his whole stance, and I just don't think he can do that. I'm calling Dustin Poirier TKO in the third round. I think Poirier is just going to be too much for him. I think McGregor's going to be a little bit better this round because I mean he'll at least check a couple of those calf kicks. But I just think it's going to, in the long run, it's going to be that Poirier is going to just land too many of them. And then combined with his boxing, and McGregor might still have a little better boxing, but with the combination of the threat of the takedown, which, I mean, that's the other thing. Poirier's much better at McGregor, and then the calf kicks. I think Poirier is going to be too much, and then that'll give us Poirier Charles Oliveira, which that should be an amazing fight too. And then it also probably give us McGregor Nate Diaz 3, which I'm all for seeing that. I mean, you got to love those two guys fighting. I mean, they're always a barn burner. So it should be a nice main event. And if for some chance McGregor wins, which wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, then he will get the next title shot against Charles Oliveira. So either way, it should be good. What's the co-main event is Gilbert Burns, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I think that this might look a lot like the Tyrone Woodley Wonderboy Thompson fights, where Woodley was able to pressure him enough. While, I mean, Wonderboy is a very effective striker. He's a puzzle that's very hard to solve. I just think that Gilbert Burns might have a little bit too much for him. I think he's going to put the pressure on him. His stand-up is going to be able to get him close enough to get some takedowns. And we forget, because, I mean, a lot of his last fights have been stand-up brawls. But, I mean, he's one of the most, I mean, he's one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys in the UFC. So I'm going with Gilbert Burns with the win. Let's see what other big fights. Tai Tuivasa, Greg Hardy. I would assume Tai Tuivasa is going to be too technical for him, for Greg Hardy. Let's see, what's Sean O'Malley? He was supposed to, who's it? Richie Smolka or whatever, was some Smolka. Supposed to fight, but he had fallen out. So now they gave him another sacrificial lamb. Some guy it's his first UFC fight. So Sean O'Malley should get to show us some more sugar. Carlos Condit is on the undercard, on the prelims. Michael Pereira against Nico Price. That should be a great fight. Ryan Hall is fighting against an undefeated guy. So should be a pretty good card all over. Definitely looking forward to that. And so then what else we got? In NBA playoff action. We got the NBA Finals. It's the Suns versus the Bucks. So I mean that's amazing. We had the Giannis went out and the Bucks were still able to win the last two games of the series without Giannis, and then the Suns, they were able to beat the Clippers, who were shorthanded without Kawhi. Chris Paul having the game of his life, or the last couple games of his life. I mean, just played unbelievable. So that brought us to the first game of the finals, the Suns versus the Bucks, and Suns being at home. Giannis finally was able to come back, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, he doesn't seem necessarily he only played 35 minutes. They're gonna need him at as close to 100% as possible if they expect to win this series. Chris Middleton at 29 points, but once again, Chris Paul with 32 points. DeAndre Ayton 22 points and 19 rebounds, and Devin Booker putting up 27 points. I mean, the Suns are looking good. Whoever would have thought it was going to be the Suns versus the Bucks in the finals? But it's the Suns 118-105. I don't see that. I just don't see if Giannis can't come back and be more impressive, if they're going to be able to pull it out. But this was just game one. It was in Phoenix, so I mean, Phoenix is expected to win these games. Bucks just have to win their home games and then just win one of the games in Phoenix. So this series should series should get exciting. Giannis really needs to step up. He's got 2 MVPs. This is the best chance. I mean, this is Giannis's possibly his best chance ever. Chris Paul's last chance ever. I mean, all the dominoes fell the way they needed to, and these guys need to step up. Chris Paul is stepping up. Is Giannis going to be able to? Chris Paul apparently has some kind of damage in his wrist. I mean, in his shoulder. I mean, so he's not perfect either. It's Giannis. I mean, only he knows how much pain he's going through. But this is what separates the men from the boys. So then what else do we have? We have in baseball action, Shohei Ohtani made history, becoming the first Major League Baseball player in All-Star Game history to make it as a position player and a pitcher. I mean, that's the last guy who really was doing anything along those lines was Babe Ruth, but he was doing it before the All-Star Game even started. And he actually, for most of it was only earlier in his career that he was even an effective pitcher. I mean, and this is still only early in Ohtani's career, but he was never as good as Ohtani's been looking. I mean, Ohtani's got 31 homers, leading the league in home runs, followed by Vlad, who's got 28. Vlad's also number 2 in batting average, and leading the league in RBIs. So this looks like it's going to be an exciting finish to the season in the MVP race. It's disappointing that Tatis and Vlad won't be in the home run derby, but Tatis' shoulder's injured and Vlad is just trying to go for the home stretch. We'll see what Ohtani's able to do in the home run derby. If you've got any Ohtani cards, you bet this is hold on to him, because I mean the numbers he's putting up. I mean the records he's breaking. It's very impressive. Very impressive. He's going to be, if you didn't know who he was before, he's going to get to highlight and showcase in the home run derby and then the All-Star game itself. So looking forward to that. What else? We've got the Lightning 3-1 over the Canadians. The Lightning look like they might be on their way to getting a sweep of the Canadians, but then the Canadians were able to push it into overtime, and then they were able to win the game. So the Lightning are gonna have to wait another day to get their second consecutive World or Stanley Cup. So you can find me on Big Scary on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Trauma Television, on Facebook and YouTube, because this is a Trauma Television production. And as Martin Luther King said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Big Scary back again. Dead Game Fight School, longest running boxing and MMA gym in Jacksonville. Pretenders beware. Bring you another in my line of ab workouts. This is going to be a superset. We're going to start off with chin crunch, and then we're going to do some leg lifts. So let's go. 1, 2. Keep that core tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that's one set. Doing 4 sets of these. Keep that core tight. Got core tight throughout the whole exercise, and then tighten it up real good at the top. Very short break, and we're back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, no pain, no gain. 2 sets down, 2 more to go. All right, and we're back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo. 3 down, last set. Have them ab bumpy. Looking like a pack of hornets, bitch your abs. Yeah. Pain. That's fear leaving the body. All right, last set. Stretch that. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, we're back again. Dead Game Fight School, longest running boxing and MMA gym in Jacksonville. Contenders beware. Doing the rest of the superset. Starting this off with a scary up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Superset that. These weighted rollouts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, jumping right back into it. Not really taking any breaks on this. Just going hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep those abs tight. Got the whole exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, last set. Whew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. That's another ab workout.